Hey, my name is Suzanne Stanton. The best way I can describe it is my life was like a dinosaur walking through a tar pit. My story began with the Wellness Way about approximately 2 years ago. I was experiencing, the best way I can describe it is my life was like a dinosaur walking through a tar pit. I had thyroid problems. I was diagnosed with Sjögren's syndrome, which is an autoimmune disorder, very similar to lupus, and it went in conjunction with my thyroid. When I was diagnosed with that, basically they just threw drugs at me on both. The fatigue, I was diagnosed with depression and put on antidepressants, and I was in my 30s, and I was trying to explain to them I'm not depressed. They said, you just need to start exercising. I said, well, I do 5 spinning classes a week and I have a very high energy job, so we're wrong there. You need to regroup on that. No one would listen to me. So I go to the eye doctor, I have dry eyes. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? I said, I'm not gonna leave until you figure out what's wrong with me. Had another blood test, that showed Sjögren's syndrome. So that point of that story is that just because the doctor tells you something and you don't feel good with it, go to somebody else. Just keep going, keep getting a test, find something. That's my story on trying to get help. And I did. I found the Wellness Way. Found my buddy Amanda. She brought me to a seminar, and it absolutely was a game changer in my life. I had multiple tests. I had food allergy tests. That started with my stomach. No more stomach problems. I had been diagnosed with IBS, which I did not have IBS. I had leaky gut because Dr. Miller found that in the testing, which was wonderful because they gave me a list of products to not eat, and I was food intolerant to, I believe, 8 things. I extracted those from my diet and I was better within 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Thyroid, we got a thyroid test. That was a full panel thyroid test, which is totally different than any other test I had ever had. Usually when my test would come in, they would just up my product, my prescription of whatever it is they were giving me that day. Sometimes it would help, but ultimately it was just evening itself out just on paper. Had a stool test that came back where I had an infection in my intestine, which I had no clue. How would you know that? With the exception of having digestive problems. My experience has been A+. It was worth every dime. Everyone here was wonderful, helpful. You could call anytime you needed help. They know their products. They know your symptoms. So the way that I promote it all the time. And actually people that are non-believers are now believers because they watch me transform. So that basically is my Wellness Way story, and I highly recommend it for anybody because it changed my life. It was a game changer.